Hello and welcome back to Always the Boy. Okay, today's video, what we're going to do today, something completely different. It's to do with mowers, but I'm going to attempt to make a Briggs and Stratton recoil wall clock using the recoil off a classic 35. So let's go and have a go. Right, okay, this is the recoil I am going to be using. It still has the recoil inside it, so I will be taking all this part out. What I do want to do to keep its authenticity, get the word right, authentic, can't pronounce the word, forget it. I want to keep this inside there, so what I will do, I will cut the rope about there, and hopefully I can try and tie this inside just to show it that it does give it its look. It does have the 35 classic badges on it, one on there. It's just slightly twisted on this one. Now if this was a rusty one, because I do have plenty of these left over, it does have some rust, but for this video, what I'd normally do is I would take all this paint, not completely back, smooth it off and give it a respray. But on this time, because it's not in too bad condition, I think the rough look will make it look nice, even when it's in my shed, or even outside here in the workshop. So, going to be drilling a hole through there once I've done it, and I'm going to be fitting this mechanism, which is battery powered, underneath it. And what I've also done, I've had to do, is because these hands, they came in black, and the black didn't really show too good on there, so now that, because it's about the right size, that will be okay. One thing I might have to do is with the hand one, no, it's not too bad. No, I thought I might have had to just trim it down a little bit for the second hand, so that ain't too bad. So let's get started on this one then. Okay, first of all, I'm going to start off by just taking this off. Let's move it out of the way slightly because the camera's there. I've got the camera quite low down, just so you can get some nice close-ups. Oops, I've just touched it in, just shook the camera. Oh, it's not coming off. I might have to go and get a ratchet. One more try. Nope, let's go and get a socket. Right, okay, I've taken that off. Just tied that up so I don't lose all that, because that's a good coil. I could always use this for another job in the future. Now, what I have noticed is this part here, I'm going to need to completely take off. I don't think I can get that off any other way, so it looks like I'm going to have to. Look like these have been spot welded on, so I will have to, I think, is drill these off somehow. Hopefully I can get them off, if not I can't. Alright, I've already started to drill some of these holes out. I centre punched each one of them first, so let's see if I can drill some more. Without even trying to go through it. Look like these were riveted in by machines, of course, in the by the factories. Okay, let's see if I can get some of those off. Now I found this screwdriver, which is a funny angle. So I knew one day, I bought it from a boot sale. So in America you call them flea markets. So hopefully I can get that underneath there. Oops, just hit the camera. Nope, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen there either. Okay, right, I'm going to have to go a little bit more with the screwdriver, the drill, drilling those holes out, I think, with a smaller drill bit now. But what I've done, I measured from the top of this plate to the plate of the, what's the name, and it was using this caliper. And you've got this little bit there, so if anyone's ever not used it, that's what that is for. You can use it as a depth. So we'll make sure that's on 0 now. So I'll hold that to the edge of the plate and just put that down. And it come up. It should come up as 206 it did. So now it's saying 107. Right, okay. On the other side it was deeper. 192, so they're all different, but on one of the holes, make sure that's on 0, yep, go into one of the holes and that's saying 130, so I do need to go just a little bit more with the drill. Okay, I'll do these a little bit more when we get back. Okay, right, well that, I have to say, was not an easy job. As you can see, I've got it off now. I've had to use these mole grips to, but it did start going through that metal as well, and I had to use the widest piece of drill bit, but it has slightly come through there. So I'm going to see now if I can try and flatten those off again. Anyway, let's get on with it. Alright, okay, I'm using these calipers. Now theoretically that is the width, so that's 72.30, so if I can go half that, and that should give me the center point to there. Right, okay, I've measured where it is halfway and it is literally right on the S, so it is going to cut that bit out. So I'll use the center punch just there. Same thing with the caliper, just move the hammer out of the way. I'm going to measure the hole for this, 7.54, so if I use an 8mm, I don't have a 7.5, that should be alright. Okay, this is done the hole. I had to do it very carefully really, because the metal was chipping off, so I had to do it in stages, but as you can see I used the 8mm in the end, so it does fit in there nicely. So what I'm going to do now is give the recoil just a little clean up, make it look a little bit better presentable than what it is, and then we'll stick some numbers onto there. Do apologise for the noise in the background. Someone's using a chainsaw by the sounds of it in the background, and it isn't one that I've sold him. Just like Mick Smowers sold one of his neighbours, and all you can hear in the background is him using it. Isn't that right, Mick? Bit of payback time there, Mick Smowers. Good friend, good channel. Go and check him out, Mick Smowers with little Riley boy. Give this a genuine nice look. Okay, that's a bit more presentable. Now before I start doing anything else, we'll have a go at try and putting this handle back in, just so it gives it its look. Now I've got to try and somehow make a knot in that, or even better, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Even though that's there, could tie that into there. What do you think? Just so it's still got the handle on it, so it still looks good. Okay, this, what are we going to do? How are we going to tie this up? Right, what I've decided to do is try and put a bolt through there and then hold the socket onto it there, hopefully, and then just twist that on round this side. Oops, turn that round the other way. That's it. See, and that's going on now. So it's like self-tapping itself into there. That's it, done. And there we are. It still has the handle on it. Okay, right, I've bought these numbers, they're self-adhesive, so I'm going to be sticking them on around here. What I will do is I will start with a 12, the 6, 3 and 9 first, and then do ones in between. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to wear it right in the centre of there. Alright, okay, that's what she looks like with the numbers all done. I don't think that looks too bad at all. It's just a shame about the little bumps on the Briggs and Stratton badge there, but I couldn't help that trying to drill that bottom bit off. Okay, so let's get the clock mechanism in. Right, okay. We'll offer this into here, like so. Let's get the it would have helped to have got that in the first place, which is the washer. It's a shame about this washer, it's going to cover over a bit, which I can't help, it has to be put on. It's just to save the sticker. So get that up by hand first. I have put a washer behind it because the shaft was coming out to me a bit too far. Let's make sure this is all nice and straight inside there. Just get a pair of pliers, which I did have here. Yep, I did. And just try and tighten that up a bit more. Okay, I think that'll do. Make sure it's nice and straight there. Yep, I think that'll do. Okay. Now we have to get the you have to set, before you do everything else, you've got to set everything on these at 12 o'clock. So before I push that on, okay, and then the next one, which goes on to there. Okay, that's the best I'm going to get it. What I've had to do, I sprayed these with a primer and a enamel paint, only a very light one because I don't want to put too much weight on it. So hopefully now that should go onto that little pin which is in the inside. Try and set that. And there we are, and there are your numbers. So now if I get the battery, let's go and get that. And I did find this one. I'm hoping it's going to be power. I've just checked it on the multimeter, so that's the plus one. So hopefully that should go. Oops, I've just moved it all. No, it's not fitting. Ah, now that's twisted. Now that did go for a second, I think. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this back. Push that in. Right, I'll get this battery in and then we'll have a look. Okay, the clock works. And it is 4, and the second is actually 2, 3, 4. Now I think I got those numbers down. 4, 5. Oh, just a little bit off of that one. 3. Okay, I ain't too worried, but as you can see the clock is working. So what I've got to do now is, now because you've got this gap, I can't. Right, okay, the clock is it's still ticking away. Now what I've used for a bit of wire, I've done one side. Right, apologise for the sun that's coming through there at the moment. As you can see, it's got a bit of a long screw on side, that one. So I'm just going to sit that onto there like that. Once you straightened it up, once it's flat on a different wall, then I think that let's move that around, and there you are. I'm Briggs and Stratton classic wall clock. One thing I did forget, I just said, I forgot to put this plastic cover back on, so it gives it a bit more authenticity, doesn't it? That's the word I was looking for. Well, that come out a little bit easier than what it did. Okay, just stuck it on the wall now, just to show you what it does look like, and I think it looks absolutely brilliant. One thing I have noticed, I'm going to have to move the 11 numbers a little bit, because it ain't quite 5 seconds from the 10 to 11. As you can see, they are just slightly a little bit close together, so I will sort that out. But it still has the Briggs and Stratton emblems and the classic down the bottom here, and I think that looks wonderful. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So anyway, well, I have to say I think I'm very impressed with that wall clock. It's now taking pride in my workshop. If you did like this video and you would like to see some more videos with making things out of lawnmower parts or even engine parts, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell down the bottom there, and then you'll be told when I'm doing some more. So until next time, cheerio.